Hello. Um, so I'm going to teach you the difference between biserial, bivariative, partial, and semi-partial correlations. One of the hardest parts of this assignment is me saying the word bivariate. I'm still probably saying that wrong. Anyway. So I got real caught up on that in biserial and didn't realize that they're actually the same thing. So that really tripped me up for a few days until I talked to Dr. Landry and she explained that it's the same thing. So basically what a bivariate and biserial correlation is that it's the correlation between two variables, and it can be helpful to test hypotheses and associations between independent and dependent variables. The whole purpose of it is to determine the empirical relationship between the two variables that are being tested. And then you have partial and semi-partial. And partial is similar in the sense that it measures two variables. It's different, however, because it's different than the biserial and bivariate because it measures the two variables, but it's controlling a third variable, and that third variable control is on the two variables that's already being tested, whereas the biserial and bivariate is just two variables. There's not a third one that's controlling anything. And then the semi-partial is pretty much the same as partial. The only difference is that that third variable, instead of it controlling for the relationship of the two variables, it's only controlling for one of those variables. So semi-partial is similar because there's two variables being controlled by a third variable, but only one of those variables is being controlled by the third one. It makes sense in my head. I hope that makes sense out loud. So yeah, it's controlled for only one of the variables instead of two, like the partial correlation. So yeah, the hardest part of this was the biserial and bivariative, one, pronouncing it, and two, not realizing that was the same thing. I feel like I understood semi-partial and partial pretty easily because it's basically the exact same thing. It's just that third variable is controlling two, whereas the other one's just controlling one variable. So that made sense to me and clicked in my head. So yeah, hope that helps.